1, 2. Hello and welcome to another episode of The Kickout, the final word in professional wrestling. I am the Wizard CZ, and joining me as always, my co-host, Mr. Never Wrong, Nick Bull. How you doing, Nick?
Doing great, CZ. How are you?
I'm doing good. I think I'm fully.
No, go ahead.
I was just saying, I think I'm fully recovered from a long wrestling weekend, but doing good. I can't complain.
I was just going to say, after a long and fun-filled, jam-packed weekend of wrestling, how have you recovered? But you answered my story. It just seems like there's so much wrestling going on with events getting announced over the weekend. A lot of stuff went on this past weekend. If you want to go back and hear what happened about this weekend, go back and check out our main show, Card Subject to Change. That was episode 195, I believe. Go back, check it out, like, follow, subscribe. Do the same here. But this is the Kickout, and we left off one important part on the Kickout, or we left out an important part on our regular show because we were going to discuss it on the Kickout. It might have been the first time we did it. Usually we just come in here and just say what's off the top of our heads. To be honest with you, we got a topic we can talk about, but this one we previewed, we promoted this, and I'm just going to go ahead and ask it because I got to go through the motions here to check things off the list. What do you want to talk about,
man?
CZ?
I think we need to whoop that trick. What a historic moment. Oh yeah.
Oh
I like it.
Oh, get up. Yes. Go ahead. I want to hear it, man. Go ahead.
So you and I talked a little bit earlier off air about something similar happened back in the 90s, but this is the first time that a WWE contracted wrestler, NXT superstar, has held the TNA World Championship. That I'm not to steal from The Rock, but I got the goosebumps going. Just saying it gives me.
We'll have to reach out to our wrestling brethren, Tim Regal. He may be able to know if it's been done before. I don't think it's been done. I mean, when was the last time it had happened? It was such a shock when he won. When the ref counted 3, I'm like, this is such a significant moment if you're a wrestling fan. I'm like, guys, did you ever believe you'd ever see the TNA Championship on a WWE contracted wrestler? Now, yes, I know they've been working together for the last several months. They trade talent back and forth on shows, but to have the TNA president in the audience, to have the TNA title defended on, WWE developmental, if you want to call it. It's NXT, but I think it's
that
great.
Alone, just the fact that it was defended on NXT. That's
exactly.
A historic moment.
And now
we
have a WWE contracted athlete, performer, entertainer, whatever you want to call him, wrestler, is now the TNA champion. So how is this going to go booking him wise? Like, is he going to defend that on WWE TV? Or is WWE trying to do TNA a favor here and get more people to subscribe to their app? What is it?
Maybe a little column A, a little column B?
I think so. I mean, I think TNA's app is offering like $150 right now for the whole year, and you get all the pay-per-views.
That's not bad.
So, the problem with me and TNA is I don't have access. I don't have access TV. If they were on a different channel that I had, I would watch them every Thursday night just because I want to be familiar with what's going on with them. I want to know what's going, who they have. I want to know who on NXT is going. I just read about TNA. I don't see it. The only TNA I see is on the Roku channel, and that has a 24-hour TNA channel, and it's great, to learn about the history and stuff. And they'll run stuff about a month later, but yeah, it's a unique situation because you look at, and the way I'm looking at it is this: TNA does not have a lot of big name stars right now. I think Joe Hendry is gone and is WWE bound. And if they don't know it, somebody better tell them because everybody else can see it. Joe Hendry's gone. Okay. Who are your big stars in TNA now? Who are your big names? You got Moose, who's a former TNA champion, but who are your big names in TNA?
You could make an argument for the Hardys.
Yep, and they're the tag champs.
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Former tag champs.
Oh, they are. The Nesmith brothers beat them. You're right.
You can
right.
make an argument for the artist formerly known as Dolph Ziggler, Mr. Nick Nemeth.
Tag champ. Okay.
Champ. But yeah, they're big stars. Okay. I'll throw a couple names out there, but a lot of their bigger stars are still up and comers. But they have Mustafa Ali. Frankie Kazarian has been with them forever, and you've got to consider him one of their top stars. In fact, I don't remember a time where he was not in TNA off the top of my head, or if it was very short.
He was in AEW for a while.
That's true. With Daniels and Scorpio, right?
Yep, SCU.
Yeah.
So, yeah, go ahead.
No,
with what you're saying.
Everybody that I can think of are people who've been with TNA or who have been floating around the indies. You got to look at Ace Austin, look at the Rascals. Sure, Zachary Wentz was part of MSK back a few years ago, but for all intents,
Ace Austin is gone. Free agent.
When did that happen? Last week. I missed that. Holy crap! But you mentioned Moose. He's got to be up there. But no, they lost a good chunk of their big stars. Josh Alexander was one of their biggest stars, and he's now with AEW. They still have Eric Young, but he's not playing a major role. He's head of the Northern Armory now that Josh Alexander has left.
Northern Armory. Yep.
But no, their bigger names are not that big name. Don't have that right now, unless you look at the Hardys or the Nemeths.
So I'm not saying it's insignificant because they don't have a ton of big names. But I'm saying if you're a critic of this, now's the time to do it. Okay, it's going to get eyes on your product, right? That's what you want ultimately, is eyes on your product. So Trick's going to definitely probably defend that, not only on NXT, but I'm guessing at the next TNA pay-per-view. Yep. So he's going to get eyes over on that. Okay, and now it's time for them to push one of their younger guys if they don't want an older name to have the chance.
Absolutely.
I don't think Joe Hendry's getting it back, and if he does, it's not for long because I think his deal's coming up soon, and he's WWE bound. So what better time than now, to have some young up-and-comer for them, take out Trick Williams, so to speak. Trick gets to build himself a little bit, and it's a win-win for all parties involved. I think when this happened, I know I'm a WWE fan. Maybe you would think I'm apologizing for him here, but when Trick won, I'm like, this is going to be great for TNA because it's more eyes on their
100%.
That's what you want. It's not WWE screwing TNA. It's not Trick stealing their belt. This is business. They're going to do business, and they're going to get it back. I know there's some people out there in the wrestling world, maybe some people we know, who believe that, he's going to steal the title and never take it back. No, they're doing business here. Everybody's going to be like, oh, WWE did this to TNA. No, it's just the start of a story, and it's going to be good, and both sides are going to work out in the end. Or else it wouldn't happen.
Right, exactly. Here's the thing with this partnership. Both sides have benefited in different ways. WWE benefits with new talent that they don't regularly have to invest new storylines. TNA, look at what's happened in the last 2 months alone. TNA World Champion in a match at Wrestle Freaking Mania. And now an NXT star holding their main title. WWE is sprinkling the fairy dust on them, and they're about to fly, man. That's just my opinion.
I think the same thing. So, we always talk about when you lose the title, what's next? I think the future's bright for Joe Hendry. I don't think we have to worry about it. I think this title is I don't want to refer to the TNA Championship as a trial run for anybody because that's that company's championship. But I think WWE is seeing what Trick can do on this level, given this opportunity. This is a wonderful opportunity. Yeah. Like, your character is going to be associated with this opportunity, whether it turns out good or bad for years to come. So you want it to be good with your name attached to it, right? So you would hope with the people involved that it'll turn out good.
And I think it will.
And like Trick Williams is now the answer to a trivia question, in the future or right now, first WWE contracted wrestler to win, a competitor's title, their main title type of deal. And that's it. So that was really cool. That was really special coming out of this past Memorial Day weekend. A lot of wrestling going on. Go back and tune into our episode 195 of the Card Subject to Change podcast. We broke down the weekend as quickly and as good as we could. I know we left some stuff untouched. If there's something there we didn't, go ahead and go back and comment. We'll get around to it. We want to connect with you guys. What was your favorite thing coming out of Memorial Day? We want to know the weekend. A big weekend of wrestling and very historic week of wrestling, as we touched on here with Joe Hendry getting defeated by Trick Williams at NXT Battleground. Trick Williams is your new TNA World Champion. So a lot of interesting stuff. Let us know what you think. Like, follow, subscribe. Find us on social media. We're interactive. Got a question? Reach out to us. We're pretty quick to respond. That's all I got. I'm ready for, I guess, this onslaught of wrestling we have coming this summer.
This is going to be a huge summer of wrestling. A lot of big events. July 12th, the weekend of July 12th. Ooh, boy. Everybody's got a show. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do that weekend yet because I may be in Kentucky.
I don't know, man. It's going to be crazy. You're going to have to go live from Kentucky.
Maybe. We'll see what happens.
All right, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens here in the coming weeks and months. I know our fans are as well. Anything else we need to add here, CZ, before we put a bow on this episode?
Just going to give a little preview for our Sunday episode. We have a gentleman by the name of Logan Knight coming on. Logan is part of a tag team known as Only Friends, intergender tag team. And one thing, so I've been watching some of his matches. I'm not going to spoil anything for Sunday's show, but one thing that I'm anxious to talk about, he just announced recently that in the coming weeks there's going to be a gender reveal match for his upcoming baby.
Interesting. Yes. We'll have to ask him about that stipulation. I have never witnessed a match of that caliber, that type. So we'll be all over him, asking him about that stipulation.
For sure.
Excellent. Never know what you're going to find on the Card Subject to Change. Never know what you're going to find here on the Kickout. The constant is he is the Wizard CZ. I am never wrong, Nick Bull. And this is the Kickout, the final word in professional wrestling.
This has been a For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network production. For more great content, subscribe to For Frequency's Sake on YouTube.